I'm also completely against forced vaccines. The vaccines are failing.
What do you think of Green showing up here to the state fair?
I think it's great. I think it's a great way to get in touch with the people of Iowa.
Can I ask, have you been vaccinated?
I have not been vaccinated.
A Reddit post is making its rounds across the conservative sphere of the internet, essentially exposing a transgender parent forcing their child to take hormones. Now, unsurprisingly, it turns out that they were duped by a fake post. But since conservatives have been primed by all sorts of hucksters and grifters to believe that there are all these nefarious people out there who are encouraging kids to have gender reassignment surgery, of course they fell for this, of course they got duped. Please go out in the real world, get off Twitter, please. Get off Reddit, get off Twitter, talk to real people, understand the world around you. But let's give you the details of this story. So right-wingers like Justin O'Donnell tweeted a screenshot of the Reddit post with the caption, "This is effing child abuse and I'll die on this hill." So there's a screen cap of the post. Again, this is completely fake. And it says, "Anyone else have trouble convincing your teen to continue transitioning? My 14-year-old daughter has started refusing her estradiol. So I've been crushing the pills and putting it in her cereal in the morning." How could anyone believe that this is real? But again, of course, conservatives have been primed to think that this is like normal. Like this is what everyone on the left is doing. They're trying to encourage their kids to take hormones. They're trying to encourage their kids to have gender reassignment surgeries. Like, again, go out there and talk to real people. Now, again, it's all complete BS. None of this is true. So over the week, O'Donnell's post has actually garnered almost 46,000 likes and 8,000 retweets. The abusive mom post is obviously suspicious because the medication that she's referring to, the hormone pill that she's referring to, is it could be dangerous and you can have serious ramifications from taking it. The idea of crushing it and like sneaking it into your child's cereal, like no parent would do that, okay? In fact, if you read about it on WebMD, it specifically says, if you are taking the extended release tablets, do not crush, chew, or dissolve them. Doing so can release the drug at once, increasing the risk of side effects. Yeah, but sure, go ahead and believe that a parent is sneaking it into their child's cereal. Now, Reuters did their own investigation into this and they reported that it was a fake post. A conversation in an online forum on August 6, 2021 revealed that the users were planning to contribute false stories to the subreddit Transparent Trans Kid. On the same forum, the user or a user called Funky Duffy responded to a call to snap up the subreddit and fill it with fabricated stories by linking to the post about the forced administration of that drug. And so Reddit actually did investigate that subreddit and they had taken it down back in August of 2021. So who knows how this post reemerged, but it is a complete fake. There isn't a parent out there who's crushing this drug and hiding it in their child's cereal.
Yeah, so this is one of the problems of a divided country because we don't talk to each other anymore. So we have no idea what the other side actually thinks. I mean, the right wing screams their hateful opinions everywhere on social media, but when it comes to the left wing, the right wing really believes the things that Tucker Carlson says and every other hateful right wing media outlet. Tucker Carlson said something hilarious that we've made fun of over and over again when he said that if Joe Biden wins, they're gonna make you drink Starbucks every day. I mean, have you ever met anyone from the left? Why would we make you drink Starbucks? That doesn't, it's maniacal, right?
Like, what would we get out of that?
Yeah, what do we get out of it? I don't get it. Why, we must support the corporation of Starbucks. What? Why would the left wing want that?
We're the party of iced chais, what can I say?
Yeah, but since they don't interact with the left wing and the only media they're consuming is hateful right wing media, they genuinely think that the left wing are monsters who are going, who they want all their kids to be trans. So if the kid doesn't agree to it, they'll trick them by putting the pills in their cereal. There's not you'd have to be a lunatic to do that. I don't know of a single person who's ever done that. And so, but when the right wing sees this, they go, oh, that's obviously true. Like. And so when I went to go talk to Patrick Bet-David, he's a right winger, and his shows, at least when I was on it, was not at all hateful. So
no,
credit
it was
where
a great
credit's-
conversation.
It was a really good conversation.
It really was, yeah.
And one of the things that happened there was I think they would seem genuinely shocked at my opinions, because since they only consume right-wing media, they have this caricature of the left.
Right, of course they do, yeah.
Right? And so when they meet a person who's actually on the left, they're like, oh, you sound actually totally reasonable. You just want higher wages and healthcare for everybody, and you want equality of opportunity. That actually sounds pretty good. Yeah, I know, it is pretty good, okay? Because this stuff is nonsense.
I can't help but think about the discussion we had recently about that fantastic Atlantic piece that talks about the tribalism online and how social media has kind of distorted our perception of people who might not be part of our political group. And so, look, the loudest people on social media are not representative of an entire political group. In fact, it's a tiny, tiny percentage of that political group, and unfortunately, they're dominating the discourse. So we are only, if we're not going out of our way to have discussions, civil discussions and civil debates with people we disagree with, we're gonna have a skewed view of the other side. And if I was determining my perception of like right wingers, I would think they're all exactly like Steven Crowder. But that's not the case. Like there are Republicans in my family, Republicans in my husband's family. We have debates, we have discussions. They don't believe any of the nonsense garbage that you see the online right peddling. And I think it's important to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So look, are there real people on the left that right wingers wouldn't agree with? Yes. So we did a story recently where we said, and so brace for impact, that we're not going to call all mothers birthing people, and some people were upset. Okay, and so they'll be upset again. So does that exist? Yes. But if you polled that would come in even among the left wing at 99-1. Nobody's going to switch mothers to birthing people but if you're, by the way, if you want to call yourself a birthing person, no harm in that.
If you want me to refer to you as a birthing person, I will happily do it.
Right.
Yes.
Right, but if you want every mother to be called birthing people, it's not going to happen. Okay, and the left doesn't agree to that. And if you think they do, you're mistaken. But I give you that as an example because that's a tiny, tiny, tiny minority of the left. Unfortunately for the right, it's not so tiny, right? And I do it based on the polling because when I saw like, oh, QAnon thinks that celebrities and Democratic politicians are drinking the blood of children. I thought, well, nobody believes that. That's just lunatics online. So maybe comes in at 2%. Oh, God, it would be terrible if it came in at 5%, right? Then it came in at 15% of the whole country and about 30% of Republicans. I was like, oh, that's super scary. So there is a disparity here, and part of the reason for it is the right wing is constantly fed lies just like this. And then when you go take it off of Reddit because it's literally a lie, totally made up, they go, oh, censorship. Now you won't let us lie about how everybody on the left is trying to transition their kids against their own will. No, we're taking down something that you're purposely misleading people with and dividing the country further on. And by the way, if the people on the left wing lied, we always regulate. And everybody knows that. We take on people on the left who lie all the time, right? But on the right wing, there is no regulation of that.
No, of course
They all
not.
celebrate the lies.
Yeah, I mean, it's their bread and